morning, everyone, dear guests. CEO Ted Deutsch, Michael Tichner, the President, Avital Leibovich, Director of AJC Jerusalem, משפחות שכולות, Asil, Sawad. It is a great privilege to be here with one of the most vibrant Zionist Jewish organizations that we have. We are in between two interesting parashot that we read in the Torah. I know we are in a week earlier from what you read in the diaspora, but we are in between Beshalach and Korach. In the parasha of Beshalach, we have the story of the 12 spies, of Kalev, of Hoshea ben Nun, the spies who spoke badly against Eretz Israel. We were used in the past to see from time to time in lectures BDS activists trying to harass and to prevent Israeli speakers and Israeli leaders to speak in conference, to disturb them, to harass them. And unfortunately today, some of us are acting even worse than those BDS activists, harassing Knesset members and ministers, sometimes even with violence in the streets of New York. Although that this is a government that was elected by an overwhelming majority, that was established without deceiving its voters, a government of 64 mandates. The next parasha, the parasha that we're going to read in Shabbat, is Parashat Korach, which is also related, because it says in Masechet Avot, כל מחלוקת שהיא לשם שמיים, סופה להתקיים. Every dispute that is in the sake of heaven will last. וכל מחלוקת שהיא אינה לשם שמיים, אין סופה להתקיים. A dispute that is not for the sake of heaven will not last. איזוהי מחלוקת לשם שמיים? What is a dispute for the sake of heaven? This is the dispute of Hillel ושמאי. מחלוקת הלל ושמאי. And what is a dispute that is not for the sake of heaven? This is מחלוקת קורח וכל עדתו. This is a dispute that is about envious, it's about the seek of power, of honor, and this dispute will not last. And I'm optimistic, and as Kalev said, as Hoshea said, טובה הארץ מאוד מאוד. In the Ministry of Diaspora and Combating Antisemitism, we have embraced the motto that is appearing in the Sefer, the book of Chovot HaLevavot. A little bit of light repels much of the darkness, and we are focusing on doing. We have managed to increase the budget of the Ministry of Diaspora by more than 200%. We have allocated $40 million for education abroad, and we are launching Project Aleph Bet, Project Aleph Bet, that is aimed to increase the amount of children that will go and join Jewish day schools, mainly in North America. I don't know if you know, but currently only 5% of the non-Orthodox kids goes to Jewish day schools, and our goal is to have much more Jewish children that will go and join into Jewish day schools. In the past 4 months, we have been learning and researching every research that has been made by foundations, experts. We've met with dozens of experts and foundations, and we've learned from beautiful models, especially from the amazing communities in Toronto and Montreal in Canada, federations that took decision that no matter what, Jewish education will be their top priority. And they have managed to change the course of the trend and to bring schools that were cut in almost half of the students and to bring them back into prosperity in one school, which I think is the most the biggest Jewish school outside of Israel, a school named Chat Tenenbaum. In 2008, there were 1,500 students in that school. 8 years later, 2016, they went down to around 700 students. They've lost almost half of the students. And when they started with a project, and foundations decided to invest, reduce the tuition by a third, invest in the teachers, in professionality, they have managed to increase the numbers, and they are standing now on 1,500 students once again. So our mission is with the JFNA, with the Federation, with the leadership, with major foundations all across North America, to raise enough money and to invest it wisely to bring more and more Jewish kids to the system, to the Jewish schools, because I don't see any other way. How can we flourish and how can we prosper without Jewish education? And also, even if we are dealing with anti-Semitism, the cure for anti-Semitism on the long run is Jewish education. And I would like to end with a short story. It is a story about Herzl. The greatest biographer of Herzl, Alex Bain, who edited his writings, 600 pages of biography. And in the last page, he says, actually, Herzl's vision, Herzl's dream, was not a Jewish state. When I read it, I was shocked. What do you mean was not a Jewish state? And then he continues. He saw it only as a tool. His true dream, as he said in his speeches and in his writings, and also in a dedication that he wrote in an album that was dedicated for the orphans of Kishinev. And then he quotes Herzl's dedication. "Mati ייראה לי כמוצלח כל עמלי עלי אדמות? When will all my efforts upon earth will be worthy for me? When the young, miserable Jews will become young, proud Jews." These are the words of Herzl's, and this is our mission, to have young Jews that are proud of their legacy, their heritage, their identity. That is the mission that we have. That is the mission that we share. This is our vision and dream. And it's not our private. This is Herzl's vision, Herzl's dream. And I think we are together in this mission. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to work together. And we're going to change the course of the events and to bring prosperity for the spirit of Judaism and for the young Jews wherever they are. Thank you. Toda rabah.